Hi, I'm Lucy, and this is my sister Rosie, and we're co-founders and CEOs of Project Rocket, Australia's youth-driven movement against bullying, hate, and prejudice. We launched Project Rocket when we were fresh out of school, and we were sick and tired of seeing the way that bullying had destroyed the lives of so many of our peers, and felt like nobody was actually doing anything about it in a way that engaged young people.
Now, bullying remains a massive issue that affects so many young Aussies still today. And the trauma, well, we know that it lasts long after school, with experiences linked to poor mental health, suicidal ideation, drug and alcohol abuse, crime, and homelessness. But think about it. Do you remember someone from your school days who was horribly mistreated? It really stays with you. And that's why for the last 15 years, we've been training up passionate young leaders and sending them out into schools all over the country to run workshops that help young people challenge bullying instead of just standing by.
Project Rocket is built on the simple vision of a world where kindness and respect thrive over bullying, hate, and prejudice, and every young person is free to realise their potential. Through the lens of bullying, our workshops explore mental health, inclusion, respect, diversity, empathy, and ethics. And we work with young people to come up with credible strategies to challenge bullying and build safe and respectful communities.
Project Rocket was the first ever youth-led program to tackle cyberbullying. And now, well, today we've reached over 500,000 students in our face-to-face workshops alone.
Project Rocket's message is made a lot more powerful because it's made by young people for young people.
I feel like I'm more comfortable talking to other people and my friends about things I'm going through.
After completing their Project Rocket workshops, 96% of students felt confident that they had the skills to challenge cyberbullying, compared to only 49% in the general population.
So to scale this impact, we created Project Rocket Online. Funded by Telstra, it allowed us to scale into regional and remote areas and support even more young Aussies who otherwise would have missed out. And in 2016, Google funded the creation of Project Rocket TV. Bite-sized episodes created by young people for young people.
This blended approach has really deepened our impact, and it's also pushed Project Rocket out of reach of its competitors. The school incursion market is rapidly growing here in Australia and across the world. In Victoria, we've determined an addressable market to students is worth 6.3 million, and Australia-wide that market is worth 18.2 million. There's also huge demand for parent and educator resources and international markets.
We've spent the last 15 years building a repeatable, scalable learning model, and we currently generate revenues from schools. So we deliver fee-for-service workshops to students in years 3 to 12, and our corporate partners who purchase our programs for schools in support of their CSR goals.
We've attracted great talent and experience, a visionary leadership team that drives our sales, marketing, and program delivery. And of course, there are the stars of the show, our young Project Rocket presenters heading out into schools all over the country. We're backed by a board of directors and a global advisory group made up of business and community leaders such as anti-bullying advocate Monica Lewinsky.
Our pre-COVID revenues exceeded $1 million per year and have averaged 48% annual growth in revenue between 2011 and 2019. We reached 70,000 students annually, have reached over 2,500 customers in total, procured over $3 million in corporate partnerships, including Facebook, Google, and Telstra, and have provided career-starting employment to over 60 young people. We are internationally a leading voice on cyber safety, serving on the global safety boards of social media platforms.
In 2020, we were planning to dial up our national delivery with the appointment of an executive team, New South Wales hub, and new products for new markets. But COVID and lengthy lockdowns, especially in our hometown Melbourne, have caused us to pause and scale back our costs so that we can be here when schools return and the tsunami of demand hits.
We are pursuing two exciting initiatives. First up, we've set up the Project Rocket Foundation with DGR1 status to allow us to support the most disadvantaged students in the low socioeconomic schools. And we'd love your contribution to this new initiative in the form of a philanthropic donation. The need really never has been greater. We're also working on a refined business model involving even more digital learning to service students, parents, and educators. We will be back in touch when we're ready to raise investment capital to achieve our national expansion plans.
We know that young people need our help more than ever, and that's why we're seeking your support to build a world where kindness and respect thrive over bullying, hate, and prejudice, and every young person is free to realise their potential.